Can you hear me now? I swear to God, if y'all couldn't have heard me like the entire time, you hear now, or did you hear before? I hope you heard before. Didn't hear before. Oh my God. So let me let me fucking check something on my laptop. Which I know this is gonna be very scuffed. You got pranked. What? Let me fucking hear this on my laptop. Let me fucking check something on my laptop. Bro. I made a fucking pregnant joke and everything. Holy shit. Dude, well, this comes with a scuff. Dude, I made a fucking pregnant joke because I bought some water on my way back from the store and the bottom is broken. And I said my water broke. And now I'm gonna have to dry up this pan again. But oh, bro. Well, y'all can hear me now. But what I was saying is I looked into having my laptop over here, but then that would come with the fact of I would be risking doxing myself. And this is the cord. And I was showing off over here is where the plug-in is. And like this is oh fuck. I don't have my converter connected to it. But it would have to be over here. And the cord would be stretched out back here. Oh. Fuck, I'm plugging my laptop again. Oh, I'm dropping shit. But I'm hoping at some point that I could possibly have cooking streams. But I don't know how that's gonna go. Alright, well, for the ones that are watching, have you chosen... Well, I guess the question didn't even get asked. So I have bell peppers. Do you want a red bell pepper, a yellow bell pepper, or a green one? While that's getting decided... Fuck. Also, these are not my pans. These are... Like, these came with the apartment. Straight up, like, if I could have chosen, I would have gone with a different kind of pan. And also, like, all my silverware and everything, it would have looked completely different. Because, like, this is honestly all... like, these are all my butter knives. Which, like, yeah, you have these three that match. But then you have this random one. And then, like, my spoons. None of them fucking match. You're going with red? Unlucky, do you have anything against red? Also, I was saying that because the water is bad now, because I don't trust it, now the only thing that I have to drink is booze, milk, and energy drinks. Hey, a while. You missed, like, the most fun portion of the stream, which was the fact that I was muted for fucking, like, 25 minutes. Lucky hasn't said shit, so we're going with red. At the same time, I kind of want to go with yellow because I'm putting these in here. I think I should look and see. Is this... Okay, the tomato's just a little soft, but it's not bad. Just a wee bit soft. Joined sooner, but stayed because I was a little concerned about a couple of... No, you're good. Dude, trust me, I wish I was that off guy. But, because of work and everything, straight up, like, planning for off guy and everything, the planning for me working and moving to Australia happened, like, 5 months before any kind of off-kai planning. So, and also, Australia, the work that I'm doing in Australia pays my bills. Off-kai doesn't pay my bills. Oh, dude, more than... Dude, I have a second bedroom. Yeah, you can come and visit. I don't know if you heard that, but I have a second bedroom. I would give you an apartment tour right now, but I don't want to do that on a live stream. Yeah, literally, like, all I'm using my second bedroom for is, well, I'm not Australian, but the second bedroom, all that happens in there is that's where my luggage is. And then, like, very rarely, I'll just feel like sleeping in a different area of the building of my apartment. So, like, I'll go in there and I'll lay down, then decide it's like, damn, I kind of don't want to be in here and go back to my room. Oh, dude, I'm saving you money. Now, this is not an open invite to everyone fucking coming to stay at my place. Let it be known. This is literally only to people that, like, I at least feel comfortable or whatever. Recommend you something to order? Let's see here. What's in San Jose? I'm looking on DoorDash right now. It'll be an off collab. Ooh. Typical US shit, dude. I don't I don't think you understand how American Australia is. Australia is so American that I straight up say that is so American that even American don't have that. Grip feet, just like shut the fuck up. Let's see here. DoorDash. Do 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 do. Also, just keep in mind that fucking you're currently eligible for lower delivery fees. Shut up. San Jose. Oh yeah, one thing I just thought of is it's fucking. I'm okay with Hebrew. Remember that bomber jacket with the pixie juice. One thing I just thought of, dude, it's fucking like, what is it? It's like 1 a.m. for you? It's like 1 or 2 a.m.? Dude, shit's closing. If you can find one, get fucking like McDonald's or some shit. If you can find a 24-hour McDonald's, because I personally know like a couple McDonald's that are not 24-hour. Shit stays open around here? Well, if you say so. New knife. One second. Hold up. Did I just see Nugget Maxing? Speaking of nuggets, I got chicken nuggies. Sorry, I am messaging someone real quick. That's your favorite brand? Know that brand shot in the dark, but you should check what percentage of chicken has in with it. Huh? Also, I personally do not know this brand. This is literally like, dude, there's so many brands that I do not know. So, what percentage is chicken? 40%. I figured. It's unhealthy. I need to throw it away. I need to cast it into the fire. Cast it. I will be right back. Just give me a sec. Have you ever just gotten like a random bad taste in your mouth? Carl's Jr., my goat, dude. I go with fucking Hardee's, my boy. But do you ever just get like a bad taste in your mouth? That's what I was having. So I went to go brush my teeth. And also now I'm cleaning my glasses. Yes, I know. The most sanitary thing to do. Clean your glasses on your fucking stovetop. These things are supposed to be fucking pre-moistened. Pre-moistened my fucking ass. These are dry as the fucking desert. But when I get like an actual proper setup, I'm hoping that I can just, let me see here. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna. Alright. When I get a proper setup, I'm hoping to have a camera. Hard is a much better name for the band. I want a camera, not only so I can take pictures whenever I go places, but so I can have it propped up right here, and it can hopefully just be easy to move around and whatnot. And I can do more streams that are like this. Let's see here. Peel away this outer layer. Yeah, trying for proper IRL streams. Now, I'm not talking like me walking around in public, but because I want to do like impromptu cooking streams. Because thing is, what happens when I get home from work? Because I mentioned it on Twitter, but how my work life versus home life works is I get home usually around maybe 5 p.m., something like that. That's like the best guesstimate I can give you. That's like the usual time. But we're also just getting set up at work, so it's very busy. Um, and during that time, it is dark. So, like, I don't really want to go anywhere. And it's just late enough where I don't know if I want to do proper, like, full-on live streams. Like, for, say, Syndicast and stuff. I'm still trying to piece together the words. But the thing is, I'm going to try to keep, because my usual schedule is Monday through Thursday, and then I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Those are my off days. That's my usual schedule. And then in recent days, they sprung on us that it's like, hey, by the way, because we're behind and we're trying to do all these other things, and we're trying to complete this, we're going to have all of you come in on Friday. In which, in that specific case, like this upcoming Friday, I was actually planning for something, which I don't want to talk about because I don't know if it's public. I've talked about it in private before, but there's something that I'm wanting to participate in on Friday. And there's a chance I might not be able to participate because work decided, hey, by the way, LG, you are now working on this specific Friday where you even told us, hey, you don't want to come in. What you cooking, good looking? I'm making chicken tacos. So I already have chicken diced up. Now for a onion. Alright. Kind of fell apart on me. Now the whole fucking teary eye onion shit's starting to happen, but luckily I finished dicing. Woo! If you want something Sunday, they're usual. See, here's the thing, Wesson, Wild Wesson. My Sunday is your Saturday. Because I know you're in the U.S. Don't mind me just randomly fucking chopping. Because I fucking can. Hey. But for a reference of what time it is right now, which I mentioned it earlier, and I think you were here. Right now, it is 6:46 on Sunday, p.m. How's the weather been treating you? I can't cope with this winter for another 2 months. Dude. I'll stream around here Sunday afternoon. How's stream going? Hi, Dynamite. Close to your 11 a.m. So my plan is, because I don't want to slack on my sleep schedule. Because in the U.S., one thing I struggled with work, in which I was specifically told at work that my only problem that they had with me, and the struggle in choosing me to go to Australia for this program and whatnot, is they didn't like that I would have close calls on coming into work. Because like there was a lot of days where I would show up like 5-10 minutes late, but a lot of times that was honestly because of traffic, but there was also a lot of times where I just straight up didn't get out the door. And one thing that I actually really like here is that like it kind of just shifted my sleep schedule, because like I'm naturally waking up like a lot of times 30 minutes to an hour before I need to wake up. Like I'm fully awake. So one thing that I'm considering is when it comes to streaming Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because I want to hit the American hours, is I kind of want to stream at like, I'd say maybe around 7 a.m. And I'll do just like a really long stream and end to make dinner and then go to bed after dinner. Or do whatever I want to do. Hell, might even just break the stream and do a cooking stream. Why the fuck is this bell pepper? Like I'm trying to get this fucking head off. This is where LMG dies, because he stabs himself by trying to cut up a bell pepper. Ah. Yeah, I don't need all of it. I know it's a waste, but it's my bell pepper.
It's my bell pepper. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
I'm also tempted to get my own knife set. There's a store that just sells knife sets nearby, and I kind of want to just go in there, pay like 100 AUD, and just get a good set of knives. But it's gonna be really nice when I get everything set up for my like streaming and whatnot, because then I could actually start saving money. Because straight up, in all honesty, since I got here, I've been spending money trying to get back to streaming. It'd be really funny if you're Premier Cooking VTuber instead of the Horse Girl VTuber Boney. Here's the thing, like, I know how to cook, it's just that my styles of cooking I can't do in my apartment. Some of them I can, but not really. Hey. Because, like, if it was my decision, I would love to have a smoker. And then, literally, my actual plan is in which there may be a point where my work has us move somewhere else, so may end up changing some things here and there, and we'll just see what happens. But one of my plans, because my style of cooking is smoking. I like smoking food. And my plan is at some point, like, start up stream, doing all the prep and everything for the smoking. And then I'll have a camera fixated on the smoker so that it can just be like in the corner. I know my knife cutting fucking sucks. But have like a camera of the smoker in the corner while like I play games. And then end of stream, we see the results of the smoking. But now that wouldn't be like a usual thing, because in those specific streams, like, because personally, I would personally like, I forget what the actual name of it is. So let me look it up. Let me see what the model is called. Is this it? No, it's not. This one. Okay. Ooh, there's an Australian version of this. I'm gonna show you guys the smoker that I had in the US. I'm gonna try to look it up real quick. Because I also have a story of it. Ooh, it's on sale right now. Okay, so this is got my laptop turned into a jet engine. So I don't know how it looks, but this is the smoker that I had. It's a big old cabinet. So during those days, like I would literally just have multiple days worth of food. No shit. No, I can't use that indoors. You can't use a smoker indoors. If there's a smoker you can use indoors, please let me know. Fucking people messaging me on Discord. Since you own an air fryer, dude, you don't use it for air frying, you use it for smoking. Okay, that's tiny. What the fuck are people messaging me? Oh. Yeah, you can message me on Discord if you want. Alright. Just know I'm not looking at your messages right now, because I'm kind of, fucking cutting. I think I already explained that my laptop is on the other side of the room. Right. Also, I already know that I'm cutting up these bell peppers like the worst way possible. Because I've seen where people go, it's like you're supposed to take the skin, make sure it's on top, and then you just chop it like that. Now, what'd you fucking send me? Pseudo smoke effect. You don't smoke. Shut up. Skin on top. Yeah, I know. Like I've seen where people say skin on top, and like, yeah, you cut it like that. Oh wait, that wasn't you. Wow, messaging me. That was someone else. Don't mind me tearing up my blade. I'm gonna buy new knives anyways. It just came with the apartment. I already know one day I'm gonna cut off my finger on the stream. Also, y'all are gonna hate how I'm gonna butcher up this fucking tomato. I already know it. Just know I at least used a different knife from when I was cutting up the chicken. Also, one thing to note involving the knife with bell peppers is that like another reason why I want to get new knives. This blade is dull as fuck. Like right here I can't do anything. Right here I can do something, and then right here maybe. But like I'm supposed to be able to just go like that and cut things, but I can't. But this is full force. Yeah. But yeah, my initial idea involving cooking streams was I would start the stream by prepping everything to go into a smoker. There would be a camera on the smoker for the entire stream while it's smoking. And obviously the periodic check-ins and whatnot. Like fill up the base with water and stuff. Someone's in eligible sharpener one thing. I don't, dude, I'm not gonna get that. Let's see here. There's been some shit happening. Oh, I already figured there's shit happening on Off Guy. There's always shit happening at fucking conventions. Damn, this white boy can't cook? Oh my goodness. Well, I would pull up pictures of stuff I've cooked before, but I kind of can't do that because they're on this little device. If I can throw this shit away. Well, I can just leave those there. I got the peppers out. Yeah, these are fucking cayenne peppers. Like, yeah, I think. Yeah, these are red cayenne. They're not spicy. Like I've had cayenne peppers before. These are not that spicy. Just gonna roll out. I don't really have any grip on this. Roll out all the seeds. Rip off the top. And then, you don't see me doing this, but I'm over my garbage can right now, so I don't get seeds everywhere. Which I guess that is like a partial reason why it's not that spicy to me. Because I don't keep the seeds. But now, after all that rolling and hoopla, there was only one seed left. Just a quick tip on how to cut up peppers like that. If you don't want seeds in your food. Hey. I think there was another pepper, but oh well. Yeah, you just roll it around. Put minimal, not minimal, but put some pressure. Peel off the top. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut off the top now. Get a little bit more. which I can use that. There's a bunch of seeds in there. Go over a garbage can or a bowl or whatever and do that same motion, but over the garbage can. What kind of drama is that a con? Dude, there's always drama at a fucking con. Wait, what? Mommy? What the fuck? Oh, it's just pepper. I'm like, did I really cut myself? It was like 3 seeds. Yeah, oh, there's peppers. Hell, fucking, what is it? Wasn't it last year for Offkai? Like a bunch of people went to a bar, like a bunch of VTubers. And because it was specifically VTubers, it got even more like up and out there. But last year at Offkai, there was like a party that happened at a bar outside the venue. And apparently like a bunch of VTubers got roofied. No, I'm not talking about Oshi Bar. I'm talking about last year at Offkai. It may have been at the Oshi Bar, but I don't know. I remember one of them not being able to go to the hospital because they weren't sure if it was it also good. Yeah, if I'm correct, California like Offkai and off season, which Offkai has Offkai, which is this big event, and then they have off season. And I think last year was the first time that they had off season. If I'm correct, it's all held in California. But here's a big tip for the non-Americans. Get travel insurance. If you are traveling to the US, get travel insurance. And I'm talking about health travel insurance. Because if you have health travel insurance, and I am not a doctor, I am not an insurance agent, I should clarify all that. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an insurance agent, I'm not any of that. I just know because I have talked to insurance agents before. If you are a foreigner coming to the US, get travel insurance involving your health and everything. It does not matter what facility you go to, whether the money is covered then and there, or if it's covered later on and you have to dispute it with the insurance company through your travel insurance, your medical will always be covered. Depending on what it is. If we're talking like straight up, you have to have like a multi-million-dollar brain surgery. That's where it won't get covered. Depending. But straight up, like, I asked an insurance agent because I saw something happening where there was a VTuber that went to a convention near me in Alabama, and they were stating that they couldn't find anywhere that their travel insurance would cover. And the thing is that especially if you just have like a general hospital in the US, because there's general hospitals fucking everywhere. Like, just go to the fucking hospital. And if your insurance doesn't cover it right there, that is where you dispute it with your insurance when you get back home. Because it will be covered. People talk as if insurance is fucking shit in the US. Yeah, it's shit to deal with. Insurance in the US is easy to deal with if you know what you're doing. But if you are coming from outside the US and you're going to like a convention, you feel sick or whatever, and also straight up, I remember the VTuber was saying that, because I messaged them and asked them, it's like, hey, like, I'm here locally and whatnot. You could have gone to such and such place. And there is like actual laws in the US. This is medical law, by the way, in the US. It does not matter what insurance you have. It does not matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter who you are. Medical providers in the US are legally required to give you medical profession, like medical assistance. They are legally required by the Hippocratic Oath and everything, whatever fucking oath that they take, they are required to give you the assistance that you need to stay healthy. You have to worry about the money afterwards, but the US, medical-wise, they will do whatever they can to keep you alive. Worry about the money later, because here's the thing, money is worth less than your life. See, that's the thing. I really don't know about other countries. But I'm talking about in the US, because people say that insurance in the US is hell to deal with. Yeah, it's hell to deal with, but if you know what you're doing, it's very fucking easy. Sorry, I'm taking these tomatoes and I'm cleaning them out in the sink. But American health insurance can actually be help. I do know that American health insurance can be very helpful in other countries, even like me in Australia. So with my visa and my work and everything, I do qualify for the free healthcare here in Australia. But there's some things here and there that the health insurance doesn't cover. But obviously you gotta fucking deal with some shit. But the good thing is that if I'm trying to wait and deal with the free health insurance that Australia offers, that will be hell. But my health insurance that's in the US actually covers me at like 80% of the places that are here where I'm staying. Yeah, that's one thing that I know of that it sucks, especially when you're trying to deal with other countries and their health things. Because, like, granted, I wasn't alive when this happened, but my parents, they had a good friend of theirs that was traveling to Canada. And Canada has free health insurance. Uh, but yeah, Canada has free health insurance. But now, my parents, at least I didn't know this person when I was alive. Apparently, they were alive when I was alive. But they were on a vacation and went to Canada. Forgot where in Canada. But they had to go to the hospital because they broke their leg. And then, next thing you know, they spent like 12 hours waiting in the emergency room. And the leg got infected. And it got infected really bad. And the person ended up dying because of that infection. And all that had to happen because I don't know exactly how Canada does things, but if I'm correct, how Canada does things is they check if you are actually able to use their free health insurance or whatever, and then they treat you. At least in the US, they literally just take your name and like some information that they need to know before, like, allergies, and then they'll actually treat you. But in Canada, they check everything. And then there's a waiting list on everything. But as I said, I am not Canadian. I don't know how Canada works, but Canada has free health insurance, but it sucks. And that's apparently one thing that I'm hearing also here in Australia is that Australia also has free health insurance, but it sucks. This tomato is very loose, but I think it might be because I used hot water. Yeah, I know. Their family member fucking died because of the negligence of the Canadian government and their medical ideals and everything. And they were not allowed to sue Canada. So they had to pay all this money to get their body shipped to the US and then get cremated or whatever, and then bury them and all this other shit. All because of Canada's negligence. People shit on America for all. Hello. I can hear myself now. Except I know it's gonna sound differently because I'm using a good old headset now. Yeah, I can hear myself. Yeah, shut up. I was your grandmother because it took them months to figure out what was wrong with her. My condolences, man. A couple years ago, I lost my grandmother. Uh, yeah, it's different because I'm using a headset. I lost my grandmother a few years ago. Um, she, I forgot what kind of cancer, but she had cancer. Um, and it was kind of a fucked up situation that we got put in because it was peak, not necessarily peak COVID, but it was peak COVID. Um, it was in 2022, kind of end of June into July, because she passed and like hospice showed up and everything like July 1st at like 12:30 a.m. Um, but she had cancer and we had to put her into hospice and whatnot. And we found out that while she was in hospice, that like one of the tests that they were doing was COVID, and we found out that she also had COVID. And we didn't know we didn't know until like a couple months later that at the time there was an entire government fund where I don't know why I'm wiping this down. I don't need it anymore. Um, there was an entire government fund in the U.S. where if you pass due to COVID, like your funeral expenses are like all paid for. I don't know what all needed to happen, but her funeral expenses would have been paid for. But we had to pay all that shit out of pocket. Uh, and also like she had all these checks and everything that were coming in from the government because she was like retired and on disability and all this other shit. And her time of death was reported as before July 1st. She got her checks at midnight on the first day of the new month. And because her time of death was reported before the new month, we couldn't get those checks. And those checks would have paid for all of her medical bills. And would have paid for her house rent. It would paid for uh it would have paid for funeral expenses, it would have paid for hospice, it would have paid for the house because we were in the transitional period of transferring ownership from my grandmother to my uncle and all this other stuff. And it was like, and also because like there's multiple different things. Like my uncle couldn't really find any work. I was working at a hardware store at the time. This was before I found VTubers, and like I didn't have any. I had inspiration of making online content, but like even right now, I don't make money off of this shit. But like there was no platform for me to say or do anything. In which I'm literally kind of just fucking rambling right now. But like it kind of just sucked. Like I don't know why, because I usually get emotional talking about it, but this isn't like I'm not necessarily fully emotional, but it's like I remember in hospice with my grandmother at her house, like during her final hours, uh, uh, yeah, it worsened with COVID, cause like dude, fucking, so she had like fucking 6 or 7 siblings, and like all of her brothers had passed. And apparently, like one day while I was at work, a there was like a period of time where she like had her eyes fully open and was like talking into the corner, and she was talking to her brother. And it's like holy fuck. But there was a time where like every afternoon that I would go over to her house while she was in hospice, and I would let me turn this on. And I would just help out with things. So it's like uh I would help out with like changing sheets. I would help out with trying to help feed her. I would like they would need to mow the lawn, so I would help mow the lawn and all this other stuff. Second favorite Syndicate girl. Who's your first, Midas? Uh, but one thing that will always stick with me is especially during her final hours. Uh, I if you have ever dealt with anybody in hospice before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Whenever you give them medicine, uh, they ask you to put it into a ledger, and uh, we had to write down medicine, obviously, into the ledger, and
it will always stick with me that during her final hours that I would just be writing down like June 29th at 7:22 p.m. 2022 we gave her 5 milliliters of morphine. It's just over and over, just morphine, morphine. Morphine. Get out of the bowl. It's like there was a time where like my mom was panicking because like obviously like it's her mom. Like it was my grandmother, but it was her mom. She had seen her throughout her entire life. And my mom is seeing her mom like slowly just drift away into nothing. And it kind of got like just a little overwhelming here and there cuz like my mom was just in a panic because she was thinking that there would be a way for my grandmother to recover. But especially now I know, but back then I didn't know. If you don't know, if someone is put into hospice, and we recently had a family member a couple years ago now that went into hospice. If you have a family member in hospice, hate to break it to you, they're not coming back. I'm putting it bluntly. They are not coming back. Hospice is there to help ease into death. That is what hospice is there for. They are not there to help you recover. They are there to help ease into death. And my mom was in a panic, and like I remember we gave my grandmother fucking like 3 rounds of morphine within an hour because my mom kept panicking and thinking that's like my mom is dying and fucking just kept wanting to give her more medicine, which was morphine, which is it's it numbs your body and shit. And like at that point I had never dealt with anybody else that knew anything about hospice. Like I was the first person that knew anything about hospice. And like a year later, and dude, this one sucked. I had like an uncle or cousin or whatever, and I don't even know what was wrong with him. But he went into hospice, and this was also a really hard time for me because of just a bunch of shit going on at the same time. But not necessarily specifically because of him passing. But imagine having a death on Christmas. He passed away on Christmas Day in hospice, and his wife was thinking that hospice was there to like help him recover and everything, and we had to break that to her. That's like no, hospice is not there to help him recover. Hospice is there to make sure that he is comfortable in dying. Not necessarily like dying wishes or anything, but like in his passing, he is comfortable. They're not suffering into their death. I would be reading chat right now, but kind of trying to make sure that none of this shit fucking burns. Gonna fucking just move this off the eye, and I'll read chat for a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's all right, dude. Like, I am also here to joke around and stuff. But yeah, we were just having a slight serious conversation, but that was it. Just very slight, nothing too much. Yeah, seeing shit jump around my screen. But it's just one of those things where it's like I was just rambling and like ended up being a serious conversation, but at the same time, like that was not necessarily like, oh, it was a couple years ago, it's not that bad or whatever. It still sucks that they're gone. And like, especially if you're close to the family member, like it really sucks. Because like I won't lie, there was a couple family members that passed away where my mom was going like, "Oh my God, LMG, this person died," and I'm like, "Who?" They're like, "Don't you remember at this wedding 7 years ago, this person that sat in the back corner that never spoke a single word? Don't you remember them?" It's like, no, I don't. I don't remember them at all. Eh, I'll dump this into a bowl. Hell, my mom straight up asked me, like, LMG, do you remember this person that changed your diapers when you were fucking 2 years old? I was like, Mother, I gained sentience when I was like 4. I don't remember anything. Like, the earliest that I remember is 7 that I can think of. And I don't even remember, like, exactly, like, word for word conversations or anything. I called my cops. I called the cops on my sister when I was like, I think 7 or 6. 7 is really like the primary time of my life where I remembered a lot of things. Cause that was when I moved. Like me and my family moved, like a big move. And that's when like I first met my grandmother and my cousins and a bunch of other people. And like I left all of my friends and whatnot. And like back then, like even though that I was a fucking twerp and everything, like I had a girlfriend and whatnot. Like it was that early. But yeah, it was literally like fucking like pre-K into fucking elementary school, like that around times. And like I remember fucking moving, but there was a time that I called the cops on my sister when I was a kid, and that was before the move. So that had to have been like when I was fucking like 5 or 6 years old. Because thing is that it was one of those things where it's like your parents tell you when you're a kid, it's like dial 911 if there's an emergency. And my sister was bitching at me, and what I did was just fucking call 911, and they were like, 911, what's your emergency? And it's like, my sister's beating me up. And I hung up, and then next thing you know, like my mom comes in, breaks up the fight or whatever that me and my sister were having, and the next thing you know, knock on the door. There's a fucking cop. And like, as a kid, like especially when you're fucking like this tall or whatever, like you see everyone as fucking giants. So I saw like this dude that looked like at the time. Keep in mind, I'm a little fucking twerp, fucking this tall and shit. I remember fucking looking up at this fucking roided out fucking bald cop that looked like he was fucking like 8 foot tall. And just going, ma'am, is there a problem? To my mom, which is my mom at the time was like fucking 5 foot tall, and she's still 5 foot tall. Like I'm 6 foot, which is like above the camera, but my mom, like, y'all don't see the floor or anything, so I mean, like, and I'm not gonna move the camera to do so, but like this is like waist height for me, and I'm 6 foot tall, and my mom is like this tall. So like I'm seeing my mom look up in fear that they're gonna call fucking CPS and everything because it's like we heard a kid screaming on the phone. Is everything all right here? And then you have me at the top of the stairwell, fucking yelling out, "My sister's beating me up!" Hi, Hallie. Long time no see. This is not my debut stream, but this is a stream because I really wanted to stream. And also, I had nothing better to do other than to actually stream. And you're watching me shittily cook. Eh. Oh, stay on. More oil! The US government loves this shit right here. Lied to the police, right? Dude, I could have lied to the police, bro. Get some oil around here. Yeah. No. Eh. Stay. What all do I want to put in? Because I'm making Chipotle tacos. But, let's see here. Do. Anything that it recommends I already have. Kind of want to add garlic, but not really. Gonna just add some good old salt. Ah. Some pepper. Get at least some seasoning on top of the normal seasoning that's in that packet. Shake that around just a little bit. But yeah, I could have made that situation way fucking worse. Ew, there's juices for the chicken. They'll cook off anyways. Oh, big shizzle. Yeah, I am making dinner for like tonight and tomorrow night. Not gonna lie, I said I wasn't gonna have an energy drink, but I'm getting really thirsty and I really don't want to have milk. Because for those that are new to the stream right now, I bought a 2 liter of water at the convenience store, and there was a hole in the bottom.
Delicious frying noises, yeah.
Which I'm not worried about fully cooking these, because these are about to cook even more with the vegetables a little bit more, and to incorporate this. But I would love to drink some water right now, but faucet water here in Australia fucking sucks. And this is where I need to start incorporating other things, because it's starting to get like hardened up. The meat's tensing up. Make chocolate milk. Let me see. Can I even? Obviously, I have milk. I don't think I have any kind of chocolate. Now you want fajitas tonight? I know exactly what I can make. I know exactly what I can drink. Nah. I don't have any chocolate. I have sugar. No wraps though? Oh, you don't have any wraps? Cause your boy has wraps. And your boy also has chips. I'm gonna use these later, so may as well keep them out. I wanted to make bread earlier, but I ended up not doing that, especially because I don't have any of the equipment that I want to use for bread or need to use. Put that shit on the pan, I dare you. I'll have honey chicken fajitas. Why not? Why the fuck not? My sink is filling up. Uh, I have an onion oven. I have an onion. In which, I mean, I do have an onion. I do have an oven, but so the apartment that I came with, it came pre-furnished, and like some of you know my situation and whatnot. There's also been some work scares where I may or may not have to move back to the US, which I had stated online, I think on Twitter I stated it or not, but I was gonna buy my PC this past weekend, but there's still some iffy statements on if we're getting sent home or not because of just some fucked up shit at work, which I don't know if I should talk about it or not. Just know it's some like health things that are going on where it's like we weren't allowed to go into work because of some health things. All I'll state is that, just an FYI for those that are not that educated, uh, Australia hadn't recognized that asbestos and lead were bad until like 30 years ago. That is really all I can or should say. And yeah, it was a little bit of a fuck situation. Not even that Nesquik. Dude, I don't despise Nesquik. They don't have it here. I love Nesquik. They don't have Nesquik. They have whatever that fucking Milo shit is, which is fucking bitter. Gonna let that go on low and simmer for a little bit. Let it. Like, it's all cooked now. I'm gonna let it simmer down a little bit. Get all the stuff on the sides back into the mix. Eh. Just let it simmer for a little bit. That's that green bag chocolate. Yeah, Milo. Dude, I'm seeing Index. You said and lime. Dude, I could go for a fucking beer right now. Just a fucking Corona or a Asahi and some lime, but I don't have any lime. Or beer. Liquor. But yeah, I don't have any lime. Any cocoa rum? No. And also, alcohol is expensive here. Now, I will say hard liquor. I remember talking with some people and they were bragging that it's like, oh my god, hard liquors are very expensive here or whatever. No, hard liquor is actually decently priced here. Uh, Hard liquor is decently priced. It's where you get like beer and like a couple other things. That is where the price goes up. So like in the US for 10 USD, I can get or sometimes even less or just a little more, I can get a 6-pack of beer. Over here, a 6-pack of beer is like $15-$20 USD. Your flight is starting soon. Have a safe flight, NX. I got a 10-pack of I got a 10-pack of hard lemonade. And that 10-pack of hard lemonade, granted that brand isn't in the US, but tell me why a 10-pack of hard lemonade was 45 USD. I don't see why it was 45 USD. Also, just from like some people that I work with, like cigars and cigarettes cost a lot here. And like I'll be honest, like every once in a while I do like the smell of cigars, but like I'm not a fan of smoking them. I've taken like some puffs here and there, but it's like just to have like the smell of it. Do I smoke? No. Like I wouldn't consider myself a smoker. But like I got some cigars just to enjoy the smell because I do like the smell of smoke sometimes, and specifically cigars. But it's like I got a 5 pack of cigars, and literally I did this just because I fucking could. Because every once in a while, like I would catch my dad smoking a cigar out in the garage or wherever, with the garage door open, and like I would just like the smell. Not necessarily like, ugh, I fucking love that smell, but like I would like the smell. And like there would be cigar lounges that would walk by back where I used to live, and like I would just like the smell. Um, and I bought a 10 pack of cigars to like light one up and just have it like sit outside, and like I'll just sit out there on my phone, uh, and just smell it. In which like I'm never gonna fucking do that again because they're expensive as fuck. A 5 pack of small cigars, which I'm not gonna show them because I like, but like they're maybe like the size of my pinky. Each of them are the size of my pinky. A 5 pack of cigars is fucking, oh, dude, it's like $47 and they're shit. They don't smell good or anything. But I do not smoke. I have tried smoking, but it is not an activity where it's like, oh yeah, I'm going go fucking smoke. I do not have like the craving of nicotine or anything. But holy shit, shit's expensive here. Cause I was thinking like, oh, I'll look into seeing like what's the export rules and whatnot, and like get my dad some cigars here in Australia and like ship them back home. In which I guarantee you I fucking can't do that. But I know that my dad likes smoking. Granted, he doesn't do it that much, but he likes smoking. I'm just gonna turn this off now. And he like he doesn't smoke much, but it's like I'll get him like a couple Australian cigars and fucking send them over and just see how he likes them. But that shit expensive as fuck. Let me try this. I don't want it to like drop off camera. That was really good. And I don't know what I put in it, but it's got just a little bit of a kick. It's not those peppers, I'll tell you that much. Because I've used those peppers before. They're not spicy. Honestly, might be the black pepper that I added, or the actual spice mix. Now that I'm thinking about it, but it's just a mild spice mix, so it's not that hot. But I take this. I'm trying to fucking open up this package. Like, I don't have this in the US. Like, why is... Oh, probably because I'm opening it at the wrong side. It's usually like a little Ziploc bag kind of thing. But over here in Australia, they... Like, you can find things with a Ziploc on it, but it's very hard to find them. So now... Let's take a little bit of cheese. I'm not going to use all that cheese. Your boy is not lactose intolerant, so I can have as much cheese as I want. Midas can take that fucking L. Mix it up just a little bit. Get some more veggies. Yeah. No, I can't even fucking grab this shit. There you go. Fucking taco, burrito, fajita, whatever the fuck. Alright. Shit's good as fuck. Alright, see you wild. Yeah, wild. I'm about to go to bed myself. Like, after I eat, I'm gonna go to bed. And for those that are at off guy, I'm going to try to call in for the Deuter meetup. Just for those that are watching, that are at off guy, I'm gonna try to call in for the Deuter meetup. But at the same time, I actually won't have that much time because when the Deuter meetup is and everything, that is an hour before I need to start going to work. That's some good shit. And also, no, I'm not showing the brand of Red Bull. I'm specifically showing the brand of Red Bull because I know that you can get metal beer cans, and I don't want YouTube to be like, oh my god, LMG's drinking beer live on stream. And he's showing it off. What the fuck? But I don't really know how else to end this. Um, as some of you guys know, in the Midas Discord, aka now kind of the Syndicate Discord, I like flashing some things. So I'm going to flash some things here. First, I gotta find some of the shit though. I gotta try to find something that I can flash. Because not gonna lie, all my shit is on my phone and not on my laptop. I know exactly what I can flash, but I gotta go grab it. What am I doing? I can just fucking grab it from over here. Boop boop. Boo doo doo. Doo doo doo. Something that I haven't flashed. Here we go. Something that I have not flashed before. Where, oh, where, oh, where? Is it this? Yes, it is. Alright, y'all better be ready for me to flash something. Just gonna take my laptop and flash it. Because, as y'all know, I love flashing shit in Midas Discord. And here you go. That's faster than all of my fucking deletes in the Discord. But at least this one that y'all can actually go back and see it. But that's all you're seeing. But I thank you all for coming out for this very, very impromptu live stream. Ooh, what's this? Hi, S-Man. I'm about to end. And you missed me flashing shit, which I guess you could just go back like 5 minutes and see it. But made some like fajitas, chicken fajitas kind of shit. And it's really good. Call you all doom scrolling shorts before bed. I'm about to go to bed right now. I'm gonna throw all this shit in the fucking dishwasher after putting some of this up for dinner tomorrow. And I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah, it is yummy. It's really yummy. And NX was actually in here, and he had me put Jack Daniel's honey in it. And I mean, it's pretty good. Pretty decent. But yeah, you are actually catching me as I am ending this. So you missed a lot. I don't know if it's necessarily like, oh, you should go back and watch the entire stream or whatever. But yeah, this is like I kind of want to have like an impromptu set up like this that I can start doing some things on. Cause like I kind of want to be able to just like have my phone right here as chat and like research and shit, and have like an actual camera and have it hooked up to a PC and be able to do impromptu streams like this. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for those that stayed. Thank you for those that liked, subscribed, whatever. And is there a like I'm looking at my phone right now. I don't know how to fucking end this. Uh, if this ends this, goodbye. Sounds like a fun plan. Catch you later. Yeah. Bye. I don't know. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes. All right. Bye bye. Bye. Bye, Hallie. Bye.